guys, I'm Ace Empress. Welcome to this video. Today we are going to talk about Darakaraka, planets as Darakaraka, and I have been wanting to make this video for a long period of time. If you don't know already, I have made posts about Darakaraka in all 12 houses, and that is on my Instagram. You can go find that, or I will leave the link below in comment section. So today let's talk about planets as Darakaraka. And to remind you, I do not consider Rahu and Ketu as Darakaraka in one's chart. So don't consider them. Only Sun, Saturn, Mercury, Mars, Venus, Jupiter are going to be our Darakaraka. Okay. I also want to remind you that it all depends on the position of the planets in your particular chart. So don't determine your Darakarka's prediction just based on this reading. You have to analyze everything. So let's start with what is Darakarka. Darakarka is the planet with lowest degrees in your birth chart, and if you have no idea about astrology, tarot, or anything, and you want a personal reading with me, please DM me on Instagram. Link to my Instagram account is down below in description box. You can book a session. Okay, just DM me. So let's start with Sun as Tarakarka because he's the king. We have to talk about him first, and you have to give him that respect. So, Sun as Darakarka. So, when you have Sun as Darakarka, this is someone who has leadership qualities and someone who knows how to rule, knows how to do things. This is all if Sun is good in the chart. If it's bad, it has reverse or less effects. So just bear with me with this. Sun gives you loyal, trustworthy spouse, but it also kind of gives you like egoistic spouse. So this spouse can be toxic. He can be egoistic, or he or she can be egoistic or demanding. They want like my word is the last word in this house, my way or highway, I am the king, that kind of energy. They can have Leo energy, they can be Leo or Leo dominant chart they can have. So this can be someone who was raised like a king, the kind of kids who get everything they want by their parents, whether they are rich or not. They treat their children like they are king or queens. So this can be that kind of spouse, and this can be a little bit difficult for you. It can also be nice for you if it's a healthy sun placed in your chart. This spouse can be someone who has leadership qualities, so they can go ahead in career a lot. They can have progress. They can have government jobs. They can handle high responsibility kind of jobs. And I have my notes there, so I'm seeing that. Yeah, this is someone with high respect, and they demand respect from you. But sometimes what happens is someone who has Leo Sun qualities, they are like sometimes they become childlike. They demand things. They demand like you praise me, you tell me how good I am, and this is what happens with this kind of a sun. So you may or may not like it, and it all depends on your personal chart. Okay. Sun as Darakarka can also mean that you want support of the spouse because you're not good at decision making, you're not having those leadership qualities. So, this is what Sun as Darakarka means. It can also mean that your spouse is tall, very tall, and has a fair color, fair skin color, and has a hair like, it looks like lion's mane. I think it's called mane. So, yeah, this is Sun as Darakarka. Let's move on to Moon as Darakarka. This is sweet. Your spouse is going to be sweet, emotional, emotionally wired. This spouse is going to be sentimental, and my notes are there, so I'm looking there. Oh, this is someone who is flexible and surrendering. Like this can be someone who is good at cooking, good at jobs related to female, good at salon things, jewelry things, and this is someone caring. I like this moon energy. This can be someone who has a lot of scars, acne kind of thing on their face. This can be someone who's average height, and sometimes they can have fair color, but sometimes not if moon is not well placed. This is someone who gets upset easily. So that one is a downfall. But yeah, in general, it is sweet. It is someone understanding. This can be a spouse who can guess things, what's going on in your mind. Like you want something, you want ice cream, the spouse will be the one. You won't say you want ice cream, but they'll bring ice cream. This is that kind of spouse. So this is sweet. I like that. This could also mean that you're not good at dealing with emotions, or you don't like to go deep. You know, you like you're like very practical and logical. So this is your spouse. This spouse is coming to complete you, to make you understand and the feminine side of life, and kind of connect you with that feminine energy. So this is Moon as Darakarka. Let's move on to Mercury as Darakarka. My notes are there. Mercury, I love this Darakarka too. Mercury is like your spouse will be someone like a prince or a princess. This could be someone who was born and brought up like a prince or a princess. They were given a lot of care, lot of nurturing, lot of good things. They asked for something, they got it in their childhood, so they can behave like that with you. Once they get connected to you, they're gonna talk a lot. Mercury in Darakarka will talk a lot. This could be someone who is Gemini or Virgo or dominant person. They will be very good at communication. Mercury Darakarka is like your friend. More than your romantic, intimate partner, they are your friend. This will give you great friendship, and believe me, I think in your life you need that. You need that friendship kind of energy in your relationship, otherwise you cannot function. Maybe you are not good at communicating your feelings, what you're feeling, what you're going through. This spouse is going to take on all out of you, and they are going to talk. You need this kind of spouse. Mercury is a very energetic kind of planet, so they will look young. Mercury has this good side. As Darakarka, they give you a young looking spouse. So even if they are like 50, they're going to look 30, 35. And maybe this energy will transfer to you too. Sometimes this kind of Mercury gives you not a loyal spouse, and their mind can waver. So you have to be aware of that. You have to understand all depends on Mercury's degrees and Mercury's condition. If Jupiter is aspecting Mercury, then you get a very loyal spouse. But if there are harsh aspects, it's kind of difficult. Also, Mercury spouse will talk a lot before marriage, before relationship gets solid, because they are trying to build that connection with you. So they can delay the commitment, and they'll be more into talking stage. And this can also mean that, let me just check my notes. Oh, yeah. They'll also try to always bring something new and fresh into the relationship. Let's go here. Let's go there. Let's learn something new. Let's learn a new language. Let's travel there. They have that kind of energy. So this can happen with Mercury. Tarakarka, you might be someone who does not like to deal with the practical side of life. Like, you don't like paperwork, you don't like signing stuff, you don't like booking, you don't like investment, blah blah blah. It just bores you. So Mercury Tarakarka will be useful for you in this matter. So is Mercury Darakarka for you. Let's move on to Saturn Darakarka. Saturn, when he becomes Darakarka, this is tough. But this gives you a loyal spouse, this gives you a long lasting relationship. This gives you a serious kind of spouse. Spouse may or may not be older than you, it all depends on planet's position. This can be someone who is mature than you, and you might not be that mature. Saturn as Darakarka can be someone who is very tall. Capricorn and Aquarius dominant people are very tall and also very lean. They don't gain weight easily, but this can also be a spouse who's easily they become depressed. Easily they have those dark thoughts. So this can be a spouse whom you might have to motivate, like, hey, get out of this, get out of the house, open the windows, open the curtains, don't listen to sad songs, you have to motivate them like that. But they are very service oriented. Saturn Darakaraka people, like they'll do tasks for you, like you 10 tasks, they'll be like, quick. They'll they'll lift gas cylinder for you, I don't know. So yeah, they'll do all sorts of work and they'll never complain. They are used to hard work, but they are less optimistic a bit, This can give you a Darakarka who has small eyes, like small eyes, and can give you someone who looks older, like has beard or gray hair before they are even old. That can happen with this. So this is Saturn as Darakarka for you. Now we'll move on to Jupiter as Darakarka. Jupiter is a very good planet. It's a benefic planet. It can give you, my notes are there, so I'm looking there. It can give you a loyal, optimistic, good for marriage kind of person. This spouse can teach you about spirituality, can have knowledge about certain subjects, can be always the one who is the student, or this Darkar can be like a guru to you. Um, Someone who's always willing to learn, someone who's a child of knowledge, always willing to learn new things and grasp that higher knowledge kind of person. This spouse can be spiritual, religious, status driven, you're very lucky if you have Jupiter Tarakarka. That means you have done some good karma in your past life. It can mean that. All depends on aspects of Tarakarka. Jupiter Tarakarka can give you a spouse who's tall, who has family, big family, joint family kind of thing. And they can be someone who easily gains weight, is a foodie, likes to eat sweet things, oily things, all those unhealthy things, fast food, blah blah blah. So yeah, they can easily gain weight, especially around the belly area, stomach area. If this is a woman, she'll be voluptuous. Jupiter as Darakarka will give you loyal, honest life partner. When you have this Darakarka, you will be more interested in their character, in their personality, more than how they look and how they appear. That can happen. So that's Jupiter Darakarka for you. It's a very good Darakarka. You're very lucky. So let's go to Venus as Darakarka. Again, Venus is a benefic planet. Both Jupiter and Venus are marriage related planets. They give you marriage. Venus is a very good planet. It denotes luxury, romance, love, all of the good things in blessings in life, abundance. So Venus as Darakarka can give you a spouse who is kind of a flirt, that's not good. If Venus is not in good aspect, this can show, affairs and all. But if it's in good aspect, I'm going to talk about good things. The spouse will be, my notes are there, so I'm looking there. This spouse will be someone who is very soft, sensual, emotional, romantic, and they'll be very artistic. This spouse can have artistic profession, okay, or profession where the clients are women, okay. Like my work, my clients are mostly women, right? So that can happen. They will be the spouse who are very good natured. This Venus Darakarka, you can have a spouse who has great reputation in the society. Their image in the society is very good. You must have done some really nice karma to receive this kind of spouse. Uh, Maybe you are not that feminine if you're receiving Venus as Darakarka. You're more masculine, even if you are a woman. This person can make you feel like a king or a queen. They can have a good family. You can have a luxurious life with this kind of Darakarka. They're very friendly, easy looking. This spouse, if Venus is in good condition, this spouse will be very good looking, very handsome, very beautiful. Like their figure, their physique will be beautiful. This spouse, if it's a woman, might not be really that tall, and even with men that can happen. The spouse will be someone who likes to dress nicely, and they are food fanatic, foodie. I like to go to new restaurants. I would like to take you to shopping, luxury items. This is that kind of spouse, and this is actually good. So Venus Tarakarka, there are only good things to say about. The only downfall is they can be like too romantic and too active, in intimacy wise, and they can have some affairs that can happen, or multiple marriage without telling you, that can happen in bad aspects. So this is Venus Darakaraka for you. Let's move on to Mars as Darakaraka. Mars Darakaraka, there are some things that can go wrong. Now, all depends on Mars aspect, if it's aspected by bad planets or not, if it's in good position or not. So, with Mars Darakaraka, it can so happen that your spouse is very aggressive, your spouse is short tempered, dominating, quick witted, goal oriented, quarrelsome, me kind of energy. That can happen. Now, if Mars is good, all these qualities will be channeled in a good way. They could be gym trainers into gymming, fast car, bike riding, all of that. They can be F1 racer type of person. They like speed, they like they like to talk fast, they like to talk to the point. This Mars Tarakarka can be someone who is very powerful physically, and they can be someone who is a boxer, and they can get angry very easily, and it's easy to trigger them. I'm telling you, I actually know someone who is a Mars Tarakarka, and that person is very strong and very, like, Mas Darakarka is the kind of person who will get down from the car, and even if it's their mistake, they will punch the other person and be like, "How dare you come in front of my car?" You know, that kind of person who is not afraid of anyone. Since Mars is all about charging forward and fighting, and Mars is also passion, so they can be passionate a lot. More than all other Darakarkas, they can be passionate. But this Mars Darakarka gives me the Kabir Singh vibes. So yeah, this can be good and this can be bad. It depends all on your Mars. This can be a spouse who is headstrong and competitive. They are fighting for anything and everything. They are competing against you, against people. It can be tiring, but also this can be something that you need in your life. You need that, you know, um, courage, determination in your life, and you find it difficult to fight. So this can be someone who can become your voice, who can help you fight, who can help you stand up for yourself. If Mars is aspected by Saturn or Rahu, and it is going to give you the bad results. But if Mars is aspected or is conjunct with Jupiter or Venus, it can give you a nice results. It can give you nice spouse. This spouse is not really, I won't say they are not loyal, but in the heat of passion, some things can happen. Since they have this temper issue, they can go to the dark side if Mars is placed badly, and it can be like they are an abuser, verbal abuser, physical. It can go both ways. But if the aspect and all is good, it's placed nicely, then this Mudaraka can be someone who is very hardworking, very determined, and they can be like Bob the Builder, करके दिखाएंगे, like energy, like if they say something, they do it. जो मैं बोलता हूँ वो मैं करता हूँ kind of energy. But they are kind of that hero kind of person with Mars Darakaraka. So with this, all my Darakarka have ended. If you ever want to book a personal Darakarka or any astrology tarot session with me, please DM me on Instagram. Thank you for watching this video till the end, and wait for my next video. Bye.